I had to get up so early for my bus. I caught the tail end of what Cinemax gets up to at night. Subscription canceled.
This is Dan Harmon.
This is Yvette Nicole Brown.
This is Hillary Winston.
Wonderful writer.
And this is Chevy Chase.
That's Joel McHale. This is beginner pottery.
No, I'll play violin for them, and maybe she can strip to it.
Kind people are always kind, Britta.
You look terrific in this.
I don't. That's another wig that I don't like.
I'm not talking about the wig.
That's a wig?
That's everyone says the same thing Carrie said. Yeah, it's a wig.
You knew that,
Hillary.
It matches my hair perfectly. That's why you can't tell.
Before each episode, Yvette is in a Darth Vader pod that lowers a wig onto her
A
head.
wig onto my head.
It's attached, but there is part of a skull and scalp as part of the
my
wig.
wig-
Her brain will be exposed
My
without
wig
it.
looks so different. I mean, you like my regular hair, Joel, don't you? Because Joel saw me with my regular
Not a
hair
lot.
and was so used to Shirley's wig
Yes.
that he didn't even recognize me.
I didn't even
we were at the
recognize
View.
her.
He didn't recognize
This
me.
outfit was partially revenge against Chevy, who early in the episodes, like he was very, very protective of his character, and he kept saying like, "I don't want to be like Ted Knight." And
It was so funny. He would say that, and I was always like, "Ted Knight's amazing."
He's a television icon. You should dream of being Ted Knight. But I think for him, Ted Knight is synonymous with being a buffoon or something, and so we dressed him a little Ted Knighty.
A black person on a sailboat? I gotta see this. I'm in.
How about you, David? Want to sail with us? There's black people. All right. Hello, ladies.
Where you turned and came in that door. That was
Oh
awesome.
yeah. Yeah, that was a good time. That turn.
I love those little
They
chaps
basically took a pottery store here in LA and shipped the whole thing to Paramount and then shipped it back out.
Did you guys get to do make things on the downtime? In
Yeah,
between?
it was all we were.
God, I wish I could have.
I did. I made the little vase.
That's
Did you
Allison's,
keep it?
Allison's stand-in next to Rich, just for I don't know. Sometimes that's interesting to know.
Yeah, she's had a couple
And
of
there
Cheryl.
is the
Yeah,
amazing
Cheryl's done
Tony.
a couple of scenes.
Tony Hale, right
Tony
there.
Hale. Oh, isn't it dashiki? I like dashiki.
I owe Cheryl an email. He's so great.
So this character too, that Rich, was named after my first boyfriend.
Oh,
Was he
do you have
like
to pay
this?
him
Yeah.
now? You have to pay him now.
No, he loves the show, and I
you're
thought
still
that was
friends.
nice.
That's
We're still
nice.
friends.
You friends with
yeah.
all your old boyfriends?
Well, we'll wait till my book comes out, and
I'm
then
friends with all of mine.
maybe they won't like me anymore.
That actor that plays Rich is amazing to me. I think that when you're watching the thing, it's like you hear like writers and producers and stuff go, "Oh my God, that's my favorite guy." It's like we're I don't know, we're looking at different stuff or something, but that guy is so I don't know. I just love that guy. I hope that I want to bring that character
Greg
back.
Cromer.
Greg Cromer, yeah, he was really great to work
Handsome
with.
as well.
So good.
Very handsome, and
Very
those
handsome.
teeth, they're so white.
And he's like Joel McHale handsome. Like they both have those little cute little upturned noses.
Oh,
Your just nose is
Yvette.
like a little button.
I'm going to hold off
there's
from
the
insulting
yummy
you for
tummy
5
stop and
minutes.
go.
Oh, please, can I get 6
So
minutes?
here it is.
Oh, God.
That is the
There it is.
At times, this was even more phallic than it is now.
Yeah. Again, like the cleavage shot in the debate episode, the original cut of this scene was 45 minutes of Allison stroking a clay penis.
My hands into the clay and it happened.
And Danny is making falafel balls, which is not totally clear, but
Look at Joel. It's upset. Someone's better.
This
at
voiceover
something
joke,
than
like so many clever things I do, had to be fought for.
No voiceover, I'm sorry.
Anything that
Danny
caresses the
Pudi.
fourth wall
Right.
Danny Pudi is a genius.
is always the result of a huge.
Well, they do it so much on,
Civil War.
on CSI Miami that it would be copying.
Yeah, this was when we were losing the light. This scene,
yeah.
we lost the light a lot
At the
in
end
this
of
episode.
day three, right?
We were only supposed to do 1 day of shooting on the boat, and we did
We got
3
3
days.
days.
And ended in the Paramount parking lot.
I'm Professor Sloan.
There he is.
Lee Majors. I loved him. He was the nicest man.
We purchased through government auction.
Oh, that's
And also very good at continuity. Like, he's the best person in continuity I've ever seen. He's like, your bag was 3 centimeters to the left on your shoulder. I'm like, wow.
Or fail is one crew.
He said that you were really rude to him.
Yeah.
He did not.
He said you took a dump
All
in his glove
lies.
compartment.
I hate you both, and I love Lee Majors.
He said
He's
he
stop
called it a
it.
$6 million
You will
dump.
not defile my relationship with Lee Majors. You will not do it on the commentary. He's amazing.
You do know that he was invited here today, but he heard that you were
Shut
going
up,
to do
Joel.
it.
It's not true, everybody.
Yeah. Contractually, we had to stick up for you.
There was a lot of debate about Shirley's hair, to wear the hat, to
In
not
your
wear the hat,
brain?
to take the wig off to put the wig on. I'm trying to tell people behind the scenes stuff about this episode.
I don't think you realize that you look good without your hair done. Like, just pulled back, your hair looks good.
Thank you.
And I think you felt like it didn't look good.
Taking the hat off, I was concerned. Thank you, Joel.
Well, I
That
think
it did not look
season
good.
season 2.
so
Can we just
much.
have the no hair? I didn't even
No
know it was a
wig?
wig.
You didn't
Just
know it was a
leave the
wig?
wig off. Yeah, it's
The thing is, you just don't know what curly hair is going to do, Dan. So it's like with as many times we have to reshoot and stuff, it won't look the same.
I just feel like throughout the season we peeled things off of the Britta character and laid them on you like a Christmas
I
tree.
know, you
Like
wanna
your
remove
character
layers.
just becomes this
I
like.
like Shirley having nice big hair. I like that. I like big hair.
Why don't you grow it out and then you wouldn't have to deal
Because
with it?
curly hair doesn't stay the same every day.
But maybe
Joel.
this is an episode and we find out that Shirley
here
wears
we
a
go.
wig.
No.
There
That
was
will never happen because black women don't let that out. There was a movie, Good Hair, came out,
Wait,
and
that's a
people were
thing?
upset. Oh my God, no, you don't talk about black women's hair. Oh no,
Really?
No, you do
You
not do
long
it.
neck weave having bank teller.
Yeah, you don't do that. No, you don't do that. We just glossed over the fact that Ken Jeong was naked.
I think
and I think the greatest improv from Donald when he looked at his half-naked body was calling him a melting alien.
Oh, get this little face. It was so
spiky hair.
cute.
This is sort of a mockery. This is sort of semi-autobiographical, but also sort of like I don't know. Every writer has a fraud complex, and every creative I think was probably a little overpraised by their mom. The idea that you can't be, that I could do that if I tried, and then like actually trying and failing is like. It's cool that we can do this big, broad, ridiculous boat story and have this was an experiment, sort of. Like you have your lead character like off in some other universe, dealing with his own demons.
I felt like Chevy.
We did okay without you, Mikhail.
Yeah.
We did,
I would say your hair was okay.
Mikhail.
you're too tall to be on the boat.
Hillary, you were on set for all of this.
Oh, Chevy takes a hit. Don't fall, Chevy.
All this boat stuff. Like it was a real pain to shoot, right?
Oh, it was a pain to shoot. I
You
mean,
guys were out
You
there.
guys shot it forever.
we
It was
shot
like
for
Hearts of
3
Darkness.
days, like
And it was
14-hour
hot.
days. It was hot. It was,
It was in the 80s, like upper 80s.
yeah, it was really, really a lot to it.
This is the parking lot of LACC.
LACC.
It's LA
And then we
Community
finished it. The
College.
last scene we did on the Paramount parking lot. And Gillian was very sick that day. I mean, she was like green. And we had to like rush and get the shot before she, passed out or whatever.
So you see, ladies, it's actually a working
I love. This is what I fell in love with. This. What's this actor's name?
Greg Cromer.
Greg Cromer.
So great.
He's so great in this scene. Like it's just. He kind of reminds me of It's got like a Greg Kinnear-ish kind of quality to him.
Yeah.
But it's like he's like this. He makes such a perfect foil to such a flawed protagonist, and to be able to pull that off, like I was so impressed when I saw the dailies.
Yeah, because it seems like Jeff wouldn't be intimidated by just anybody, and to find an actor that could kind of hold his own
Of course,
too,
his
with
Moriarty
Joel.
would be a vulnerable, like open, sweet, like guy.
He was one of the Joe Russo and Anthony Russo have used him in a number of things. I think
Yeah,
he was
Taco,
their
Taco
ace
Bell
in the
commercials
hole.
that they did. I guess he was the guy.
When he points at when Joel makes the crack about the basket weaving, and he goes, "That's funny. I like that." Like, there's 8 million ways to do that fall on the side of sarcasm. There's 8 million ways that fall on the side of stupidity. Like it's like you don't think that the guy has a low IQ, but you don't think he's a douche. Like he really likes your joke. You made a joke at his expense, and he really likes it. It's, it's funny, and it's like you bastard. Oh, and that run, like, so great. Like Abed just eviscerating Joel's. Like he's been thinking of doctors and lawyers as equivalent until that moment.
Do you like how I looked like I walked off the set of Perfect Storm?
He's
love
starting
that
to
sweater.
lose it. It's great.
Sorry?
Anything with Danny and Joel, I love. I just love the two of them.
Hey, Rich. Hey.
And he's driving a $100,000 Mercedes.
Yeah. It's better than a Lexus, like in your head.
You gonna look at my finger?
Anytime. Doc Pottery would. I like it. No, this is my first.
Of the year?
Ever.
No pottery at doctor school?
He was really excited to meet Lee Majors, too. He was coming one day when Lee was leaving. He was really excited. He's a fan.
Thanks, Yvette.
Well, everybody loves Lee Majors.
I do.
I know you do.
So why does he hate you?
He doesn't hate me. You're jealous.
What's going on over there? I'm trying to watch my favorite TV show.
We're having a fight about Lee Majors, me and Joel.
I loved this scene. I think that's why I kind of got caught up in watching it.
I know. Yeah. Well, it's great. Just simple 2 shots. Like it's you know the two handsome white guys like battling like beta fish. One of them doesn't know they're in a.
I love this scene.
This scene absolutely irreparably changed my relationship with the director Anthony Russo, because we have the Goldbluming joke in here, and they should put the email chain that ensued when he was in the edit bay in the Smithsonian as an example of writers and directors trying to collaborate on comedy. This is a very simple, I would call it a 30 Rockish kind of joke, if I may be so bold.
I love this.
It's like he starts to act a little Goldbloomy, then Abed says, "You're Goldbluming," and then you cut back and he should be maximum Goldbluming, while ironically saying he doesn't know what he's talking about. And then there was there were all these different versions of the scene where it was like, well, he was more Goldbluming the first time.
Wow.
And then he was less Goldbluming the second time. And I ended up driving to the lot in my pajamas. I was trying to work on the paintball episode, and I'm driving to the edit bay, and I called Anthony an asshole in an email. It was the first time, I would say, first and last time I ever called either the Russos an asshole, kind of sincerely. I said, if you're telling me I got to come to the edit bay, then okay, I'm coming, but you're an asshole. And I said, only before lunch, you're an asshole. And I went to the edit bay, and then like Anthony, like who's a really sweet, quiet guy, like he like uncorked on me and probably had a lot of stuff to say. Like this is the Goldbluming joke. We probably both cringe whenever we hear about it. I wanted to share that.
Mental health problems are activated.
It's funny because you know, on set we're just like, hey, another line.
We didn't think anything about
Everything's
it.
gonna be great.
Behind the scenes, Zeus and Hermes are rolling around.
Well, that's how much you care, you know. It's
That's how much we both care, yeah.
Yeah.
Except
There was a good dramatic turn.
I was right in that story.
Michaela.
That was clear.
I really did like. There's nothing I can say.
There's nothing. Thank you, though. Do you see how the color changed? It went from
That
like
did
night
change.
to day.
the stunt guy that we have for Chevy is awesome. He did that so many times.
Was it? I mean, Walter Scott was the stunt coordinator for this stuff, and I immediately recognized him. I hadn't seen him since 1999 when he was the stunt coordinator on Heat, Vision, and Jack.
I worked with him on Drake and Josh doing stunts.
He was also in Rollerball. You can see him skating around the rink in Rollerball.
Wow.
Walter Scott, a young Walter
version?
Scott.
Oh, okay.
He's one of the coolest guys you'll ever meet because it's just like it's a perfect archetype of the stunt coordinator. He's a cowboy. You know, it's just like his job is to. You know, he used to jump off buildings on fire. Now his job is to keep the young guys safe while they jump off buildings on fire. It's like, it's a great, you feel like your dad's teaching you to whittle every time you talk to him.
Sorry, Donald's line in his face
Yeah,
when he said,
that
"What in
was-
God's name have we done?"
Yeah, I remember
Donald
like
Glover.
weeping with joy and laughter, like breaking the story with Hillary and stuff, like realizing what we could do with that story, like in terms of like
The
just
suspension
doing
of disbelief and the
yeah, just like
okay.
creating the fake storm and the fake drama
Right.
of actually killing somebody. It's
And you believe it. It
You
really
do believe,
doesn't
yeah.
feel
It becomes one of those
fake.
things where you go to oh, I'm gonna scream now.
Richie boy, you are
Joel doesn't get to do a lot in this show, like in terms of what an actor gets. You know, it's like because he's like the Dick Van Dyke kind of like he's like. But in this episode, he gets to be flawed and crazy, and you
Yeah, it was
really,
really fun.
get to see how funny you are.
beginner. Santa Fe.
You
Blueberries.
really look crazy.
I rest my case.
What case?
Throw the freaking hump, imposter!
Joey, no!
Ah!
It's the hilarious guy on guy.
Rule I asked you to follow. 1. Look! I had it made before he died. It's not in bad taste. Outwinger! Fine. That's fine. No, that's fine. Congratulations. You failed a class.
I love that he points at it.
People passing in the hallway get a contact credit.
I love that line.
Dissing his own class.
That's one of my favorite lines.
Thanks, I wrote that, I believe.
You did.
Now, let me tell you. Okay, watch this. When he
Yeah.
Pierce,
Do you still have the number of that private investigator you used when you thought Ross Perot was sleeping with your mom?
Is this about that guy in your pottery class?
Yeah.
Face the facts, Jeff. This kid's got some natural talent you just don't have.
How would you know?
It's all over the school.
Great. Why aren't you in sailing class?
They drowned me.
Why?
For a better grade. But weren't we discussing your flaws, Jeff? I mean, why are you letting this guy get to you so much? What's really going on?
I made a bad pot. For some reason, I always thought that I was special and different. And I guess I just have a really hard time when I want to be good at something.
We're talking. This is one of Chevy's finest hours.
Yeah, I love this scene with him.
He's
He's
so
really good
great.
in this.
It's like, it's weird because I also like I there was a different version of the scene that I had written. It was a slightly different tone to it, and it got rewritten, and I didn't have time to double check, and I was mad at first, but it turned out fine and good, or I don't even know if it was even better than the original, but I remember being mad. That's all I remember. And going like, God damn, who changed the scene? Like it had more to do with Chevy's obliviousness that he was even that he was even able to give advice on being a screw up.
So were you happy with the end result?
The end result is great.
Okay.
I mean, you look back on a season of TV and you remember
This
the
is
times
amazing.
that you got mad.
He really made this or actually worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really
Yeah,
cool.
I really.
I mean, there was a
I
string.
think there was a string there,
Yeah,
but
was a
the
string.
first time he did it, he was like, oh, he actually, the principle still applies to pavement.
And I love that scene too because you actually really learn something about Pierce
Right.
there. You get what makes him tick.
Right.
you know?
That's the first time I felt, as a viewer, I felt like, oh, Pierce is okay. I finally got it as a viewer.
It's like why he would do this, go
Yeah.
through campus on this, you know.
And I think this is when Shirley actually gets Pierce for the first time. Like, she softens towards him for the first time.
That he's always going to put himself out there. You
Right.
know? Chevy was really unsure about this bit, and he was like, I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know. And then-
Wait, Chevy wasn't sure about a bit?
But as soon as
I
the
think it
crew
just-
started laughing, as soon as the take ended, he was like, oh, I think it works.
Does he know that usually they're laughing for the wrong reasons?
I didn't know what any of these things were. I tried to make everything sound like I knew. I don't Iron Jenny, man, the forward peel, something. I didn't know what any of it was.
Why? Gillian looks like she just walked out of The Legend of Billie Jean.
She just came in. She's
I mean,
in there.
she looks off. Hey, there she is.
Stink is here.
I love that character though. That's what I love. That when Gillian auditioned, if you see her audition footage in the special features of the DVD, like just really stripped down. Like Gillian says she was getting over a fever.
Yeah, she was sick.
I hate to use the word, but skank, like but the kind that turns a guy like me on.
funny,
Like
when I
guys
thought
that
it was
aren't
like
into Annie should be
slut.
into Britta, you know.
I love this shot. It's so
I love that
awesome,
shot.
yeah.
And that was
I did
they
not
built the
think
schoolhouse on the parking lot, like just a wall, 3 walls.
Yeah, and there were
they shot
students
through.
just
Students
sitting in the
on
parking lot. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it was awesome the way they did that. I love the music, how the music swells. It's
And
Can
the
I get
bow
back
looks
to how
really
skanky
good.
Britta is?
Sorry,
How
yeah, so
dare you.
skanky.
But you look at that audition tape of hers, and I had been cast by then. It was one of those things where you're just like, all right, well, I'd like to see someone try to top that.
Yeah.
And it was really like that
That's
moment
sweet.
where you're like, oh, well, that's her.
Yeah.
And
That's my real hair, by the
I
way.
would. It is.
Yeah,
It looks
go
like a hat that says Captain.
Go on.
Is that your real eyeshadow? And
It's my real
mascara?
face when I wake up. In
Is
the
there
morning.
anything real about you, Yvette?
My boobs are real too,
Wow.
and my teeth.
But see, your hair doesn't look bad there. You thought it did.
Well, no, yeah, it does. It's kind of. It's not. You know.
But the hair gets mussed.
That's true.
That's what happens.
That's true.
There's Gillian waving. She just
Oh,
heard,
Gilly! Hi,
she
Gilly.
heard us talking about how skanky she is.
No, Gillian's an amazing actress and very generous. In our scene where they talked about diarrhea, she gave me a lot of emotion, and it helped me
You really
get
want
to
to
a
bring
place.
that back up again?
Helped me get to a place where, you know. But
You
you guys
could-
talked about diarrhea over the entire scene instead of how great me and Gillian worked together that day.
This is why
Intro to
for
Statistics Halloween.
Yvette's
episode.
character has a cake with a knife in it because it's the essence that she shares with the
We
character.
should talk about that because people
the
brought up.
sweetness and the violent, penetrative.
People thought that was something about
Yeah, they
something
thought
else.
about
That's
that thing.
ridiculous.
Really, it was a scathing indictment of the duality of your personality.
Of Shirley's personality.
That's why. That's why my character is peering over a wall, but his nose goes much further past the wall.
This baby is so adorable.
Yeah.
His
Yes.
little face. He's got your little nose.
He got that hair. They spiked up that hair.
That's the cutest
I think
thing
that
I've
was a
ever
wig.
One thing that
seen.
doesn't.
No, that was his hair. No, they
Was
cut
that
it. That was his hair. He came
I
in
think
like
they
a mullet
spiked
and they
it
cut it.
The little kid has has like little cowboys all over his bedroom. Is a big cowboy
So
motif.
cute.
I found toys I played
because
with in
Jeff
his
dressed
room
like a cowboy in
when I was a
Halloween.
That's
Wait till you
based
see
very
the,
much
wait
on
till you see
my
the-
relationship with my mom. My mom told me I could do anything, and I
We had
sometimes
this
feel like-
conversation.
yeah.
We had this conversation.
Shut up, Yvette.
He
We
made a little
did.
frog.
But look, you're doing it.
But then this guy being nuts. And I love this.
Well, that's why he has to come back.
He has to come back.
It was supposed to be you.
Oh, that's horrible. Yay!
End of episode.
No,
Oh,
that is a hunk of sexy right there. Look at that.
You know that you've fallen into something great with Danny and Donald when people complain after a tag like this.
Oh, they
Where's
miss them.
Troy
They miss
Abed?
them. They miss
It's like,
them.
"Well, we gave you the naked guy from The Hangover. Naked. Okay, really? Okay, that settles it. Troy and Abed from now on forever.
Where is this locker room? Did we build that? Is that on our...
Yeah, we built that. It was
Are you
just a little
kidding?
swing
Just for
set.
that shot?
Yeah, just for that.
I wonder
Doesn't
we're
it look
over
good?
budget.
Great.
Bye, everybody.
You were great to
Thank you.